Shalom. I want to start with all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to I can push this word in all sincerity and honesty, and the hopeful elect constantly enduring. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah. As you can see, this is going to be based on the confusion in this wicked kingdom, okay, or the confusion caused by this wicked kingdom. Right? Because who's in the rulership? Esau, Edom. And why the city of confusion has to be destroyed. So I'm going to let this play.
Now, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman. In another major Supreme Court decision, justices ruled states can prohibit transgender student athletes from competing in women's and girls' sports, upholding bans in Idaho and West Virginia. Justices ruled unanimously the state bans don't violate Title IX, the federal law against sex discrimination in education. They split 6-3 over whether the trans athlete bans are unconstitutional, with the conservative majority finding they do not run afoul of the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause.
So it says, trans kids deserve to play, right? Going into women's sports, okay? Why is this even a vote? Okay? This is it's a sin. Okay, it's totally going off. Now let's get some scriptures. What does the Bible say, KJV? Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with the woman, both of them has committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay, so it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. That's going into them sodomites. Okay, so the vote shouldn't have been if they're allowed to play amongst the women. Okay, the vote should have been to put them to death, and it shouldn't even have been a vote. Okay, according to the law, it says it's an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Surely be put to death. Right? So you, instead of a vote, you would take them before the judges. Okay? And the judges would go deal with it according to the law. That's how it would go if this was a righteous kingdom.
The ruling was lauded by President Trump, who said on social media, big win. Senior counsel for the ACLU's LGBTQ and HIV rights project, Joshua Block, said in a statement, quote, "This is a heartbreaking ruling. The reality is that the equality of transgender women and girls takes nothing away from and, in fact, promotes the equality of all women and girls," unquote.
Leviticus 18 and 22, it says, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination." Now this is vice versa for women also, because you have these men. You have men that want to be women to sleep with men, and you have women that want to be men to sleep with women. Okay, so this thing is just spiraling, you know. I'm going to jump down. It says, Leviticus 18:24 says, "Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you." All right, so these heathen nations and these laws, statutes, commandments is given unto Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, these laws were given on to us, and of course we're living amongst the heathen right now. All right, who's in rulership? Esau, Edom. Right, the worst of them all. It says, "Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you." Okay, so that's how they lost that land. The Lord cast them out of that land and gave it to us, gave it to the Israelites. It says, and the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity of iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomit out her inhabitants. Right? Because the land are defiled, and the people are defiled. All right, so why would you want to defile yourself amongst these people? But that's what our people are doing, because who are, first of all, they're lost people. They're lost at 2/3. But who's in rulership? Esau, Edom.
For more, we're joined by Chase Strangio, co-director of the ACLU's LGBTQ and HIV project. In December of 2024, Chase made history as the first openly trans attorney to present oral arguments at the U.S. Supreme Court. He joins us here in New York.
See? They say he's a he, but he's the first openly trans. So it's really a woman, okay?
Welcome back to Democracy Now!, Chase. Explain these two Supreme Court rulings.
Yeah, so I think it's important for people to understand.
Off back, did you notice anything wrong? Did anyone notice anything wrong here? First of all, why the hell is supposed to be a man? Why do you sound like a woman, but you look like a man? This is Babylon, man. This is confusion.
And just one big picture point here, which is that we have before the Supreme Court this decision about trans.
And this thing is put in a position of authority. Ecclesiasticus 10:2, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his offices. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Okay? So who's the judge going into your leaders? All right? Who's in the position of authority? The wicked. So the wicked's gonna allow wicked acts. Scriptures say they put light for darkness and darkness for light. So are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So if it was a righteous man, then a lot of these people we put to death. If it was a righteous man, a lot of these wannabes we put to death, man. But this just shows you just how wicked the people in rulership really are. This is Isaiah 29, verse 16. It says, surely your turn of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Okay? Surely your turn of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Okay, and you've turned, what turn of things upside down? The laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, you've turned it upside down. You've done the complete opposite, Esau. And look what we have now. We have abominations walking about. The people defile themselves amongst one another. The earth is polluted. Okay, fire is a cleansing agent. Okay, this is another reason why this place has to be destroyed and why this man has to be put away. It says, surely your turn of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, shall be judged. Right? You shall be judged for your wickedness. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So that would be Esau's mind state. But the fact is what? Esau was created to be the devil. He was created to be the wicked. Okay? The Lord said what? I created all things, even the wicked, for the day of destruction. So that destruction is going to happen because the wicked is in rulership. Isaiah 24:10 says, the city of confusion, Isaiah 24:10, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There's a cry for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. And this is prophecies that's going to come to pass in the near future. Okay, that city of confusion that's going to be broken down is going into America. America is that city of confusion. America breeds all this confusion you're seeing today. Okay, if it's trans, if it's women empowerment, all right. If it's these heathens being put in rulership, okay. Ultimately, it's America that pushes out that vibration. All right. It says there's a cry for wine in the streets, going into the truth. The wine's going into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because when all hell break loose, that's when people are going to want to take heed, but it's going to be too late. All joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. And you see why these things have to happen. All right? Because of what they uplift, what they promote in this wicked ass kingdom. Loans edifying. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Hakwadash, double honesty apostles, bishops, and elders, millstone, and salutation document, pushing this word, sincerity and honesty. Shalom.